The first thing I noticed was the silence. Basement silence isn't quiet, it's empty. No cars, no clocks, just your thoughts pressing in like concrete walls. I don't remember how long I screamed the first night, just that he didn't answer. No footsteps, no key, just his voice through the vent. 3 days in the dark will fix you. And Mom, she wasn't gone. She was right upstairs, telling the cops I was out with friends. They weren't always monsters, at least not the kind you recognize right away. Dad used to bring me candy when I got good grades. Mom used to braid my hair and tell me I was her little miracle. They smiled at church, volunteered at food drives. People said we were the perfect family. They didn't see what happened behind the locked doors, how Dad's sermons turned to shouts, how Mom apologized for him, and eventually became him. It started unraveling when I stopped obeying, when I asked too many questions, refused to pray after being slapped, refused to call it love when it felt like control. They said I was rebellious, that I needed discipline, that I was turning into trash. I told a teacher, once. The next night, the Wi-Fi went out, so did my phone, so did every door that used to have a working lock, except the one to the basement. He grabbed me in the middle of dinner. I still had food in my mouth when he dragged me by the wrist. Mom didn't say a word. The basement door slammed. The bolt clicked. Then darkness. I didn't panic, not after the first hour, because I'd already planned for this. 2 months earlier, I found the camera. A tiny pinhole lens Dad installed above the hallway, aimed right at my bedroom door. I knew then that they were watching me. So I made sure they saw what they wanted. A quiet, broken girl who obeyed. But I had a second phone, one I bought with tutoring money, hidden inside an old shoe under the floorboard. That phone was recording everything. On day 2, I whispered into it, "If I don't make it out, this is what happened." I listed dates, names, incidents, described the lock, the meals they'd withheld, the bruises I lied about. And I added one more thing. They said they'll fix me, but I'm not the one who's broken. When the door opened on day 3, I was on the floor too, weak to stand. Dad looked down at me like I was a project that disappointed him. Mom stood behind him, eyes glassy, detached. He said, "You'll thank me someday." I didn't speak. I didn't need to. Because when I crawled out of that house, I didn't go to a friend's. I went straight to the counselor who'd asked me once, "Are you safe at home?" This time, I said yes. Then handed her the phone. The fallout came fast. The video went to the police. The media picked it up. The school board was notified. So was Child Protective Services. Mom tried to cry, said I was confused, that I had a vivid imagination. But then came the clip of her voice, calm and clear, lying to the dispatcher. She's out with friends, while I was locked in a concrete box with no food, no light, no way out. Dad didn't speak at the hearing, not a word. But the marks on the basement door told the truth. So did the receipts for the padlock. So did the bolt he forgot to remove when the police arrived. It wasn't discipline. It was torture. They were charged with unlawful imprisonment, child endangerment, obstruction of justice. They lost their jobs, their home, each other. I watched them from across the courtroom, didn't blink, didn't cry, just waited for the sentence to land like the last nail in a coffin. I live with a foster family now. They're quiet, kind. They knock before entering my room. They listen when I speak, and they believe me. People say I was brave, but I wasn't brave. I was ready. I was the girl they tried to break, who broke them instead. Because they thought the dark would fix me, but all it did was show me exactly who they were and exactly what I had to do.